Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. Yes, I am back, finally, in Far Lands or Bust. It's a little bit odd waking up and seeing the sunshine, but that is because we stayed in our experimental elevated hidey hole. And now I am not entirely sure how to get down. Oh, I think I can do this. Hold on a second. I'm scheming. This is my scheming face. Do. No. Oh. There we go. Okay. Well, that was unnecessarily difficult, but let's grab Wolfie. Oh, I do remember I dropped my workbench, didn't I? Where did my workbench go? There it is. Yoink. Okay. That was east. This is west. I suppose we should grab the old boat and set sail. Or not. Damn it. Get out there. Thank you. Alright. I got Wolfie, right? Yep. Alright. Heading west. Far Lands or Bust. We are back in 1.7.3. Like I mentioned in my other video in 1.8, I have two separate installations so I can continue traveling to the Far Lands and check out all the craziness that is the 1.8 update without putting anything in jeopardy here. So we're still going to the Far Lands in the version of Minecraft that still has them, so that's always convenient. But I did just check before starting to play here, and we jumped up to 77% of our fundraiser goal for Child's Play charity at farlandsorbust.com. That is absolutely amazing. We're over $6,300, so only $2,000 to go. And we reach $8,200, and we can do our live stream celebration and have all sorts of crazy fun and awesomeness happen there. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's definitely on my list of things that I'm very much looking forward to. What was I about to say? Oh, I got a lot of questions, and I know the last few live streams I didn't give much ahead notice, and I did them, during the week and things like that. But the celebratory 8-hour 20-minute live stream is for sure going to be scheduled on a weekend day, because I know a lot of you have work and school, so I'm going to do it there. And I will also obviously give plenty of heads up for that, just because, well, first of all, you're going to know when we reach 100%. I'm certainly going to let you know about that. Oh, hello, Zomble. Nice to meet you. Would you like to come to the live stream as well? That's a shame. You're on fire. Oh, God. Oh, he almost got me. But yeah, so yeah, I'll be sure to let you know well in advance when that happens, and so you can at least tune in for a little bit and say hello. But yeah, so I'm very excited about that. But yes, we're back in 1.7. As you see, we get all this... Oh, careful, Wolfie. A little bit smaller scale mountains and terrain here, so it's going to be nice and nostalgic for those of you who have updated and are used to 1.8 now. Ooh, nice little cliffy area here. I guess I'll go around it. But yeah, I was a little bit distracted there with 1.8 coming out, both the pre-release and then now the full release. I'm trying out a kind of a different world, a different Let's Play called Stranded in Minecraft, so that should be interesting. And I already uploaded the first episode last night, and I've got pretty good reception, so I'm glad you guys like that. I'm certainly looking forward to all the shenanigans we get into in 1.8. Oh. But yeah, I can't remember, in the last episode I was kind of doing a recap for all my new subscribers. I think I hit on everything. One thing I didn't mention, and I get this question all the time, and I'm sure I'll continue getting this, but I should probably just put something on the channel page or in an FAQ. But everybody always asks what I use to record my videos, my Let's Play videos. And I can answer that for the umpteenth time, and then I will probably just be, like I said, putting some sort of FAQ up on the website or up on my channel, but I use Fraps. That's pretty standard among LPers to use Fraps as their recording software. But I also use, in addition to Fraps, I use a program called Cool Edit Pro. It's basically a audio editing program, and I record the audio separately because I have a little bit more flexibility within Cool Edit Pro to adjust the sound levels and get them just right, because Fraps tends to record, and just my microphone and the game tends to record the sound levels pretty low, so I gotta bring them up, but make sure I don't max them out and make sure that my radio voice is heard over the sound of the game in the background, which actually with my 1.8 world, because I set up a whole different account for that and a different installation, I forgot to adjust the audio settings. So the first couple episodes of that, the game audio is going to be a little bit loud, but I will have that fixed in following episodes. I better be careful. I gotta start getting used to correlating between the two versions of Minecraft, because I was just looking down for a hunger bar, but not in 1.7. I can, probably, with half a heart. Ooh. Eat a cookie. Yoink. Get back here, boat. Oh, geez, by the time I get to the boat, I'm going to be at this other island. Boink. But yeah, I use, what was I saying? I use Fraps. I record the audio in Cool Edit Pro. And then, as I have been the last month or so, I bring it all together in Sony Vegas, which is the video editing software that I use, and that is where I add the titles, and I can adjust the levels of the video a little bit, just because when you upload to YouTube, YouTube tends to really darken things, so got to do that and bring all the video files together and the audio, and then I add the little captions and whatever, and then I render it out of there to I've been having good luck with the WMVs, but yeah, I render it out of there and then upload it to YouTube, and voila, we have a finished product. Of course, a lot of people don't realize, and I was watching one of Ant Venom's live streams. He actually records most of his videos he uploads to his YouTube channels. He records them live on live stream, so people can like watch along, I guess. But he was mentioning how, he kept starting over and doing different takes and things like that, and it's I can see most people thinking that, they're just doing a video game Let's Play. All you do is hit record on Fraps and record the video and then upload that video to YouTube. But there's a lot of work that goes into it, not alone the work. Obviously, I play for 25 or so minutes at a time in Farlands or Bust. There's that time put into it. But then Fraps doesn't record all in one solid video, so it only records about 4 gig videos per file size. So you gotta splice those back all together in a video editing program, of course editing the audio and then resyncing the audio back up, which sometimes can get out of whack because sometimes there will be a weird stutter or a lapse in the frame rate or something like that, so you gotta get the audio synced back up, and then adding whatever titles and text and transitions and whatever effects with the way the video looks takes time. So for whatever 25 minutes I'm playing in Farlands or Bust, I'm spending another half of an hour to 45 minutes just editing and going back, and basically while you're editing, you're basically watching the episode through again. And then you render it, which depending on the speed of your computer can take over an hour, sometimes 2 hours. I don't even remember how long my 100,000 subscribers. No, my 10,000 subscriber special was like a 45-minute episode, so that took, a good half a day to render, where I basically can't use my computer. Some people have multiple computers to render differently on, but I just have the one. I can't use my computer or record other episodes while I'm rendering, so that's time lost right there. And then it renders, hooray. Then I watch it again, since I did have a few problems where a video would render and then it would render a whole segment of blackness. So then I watch the episode again, all the way through by myself, just to make sure it looks good. And then finally I upload it to YouTube, which not only does it take forever to upload to YouTube, and lately they've been having some problems with just connectivity and keeping things up and up. Not only does it have to be uploaded to YouTube, but it's got to then render again through YouTube, which takes more time sitting there waiting for it to upload. And that is why, for the love of God, everybody gets these comments. Every time somebody uploads a new video, the first 24 or so commenters are like, why is the quality so crappy? Wolfie? Ah, hello. How's your health doing? Not bad. Why is the quality so crappy? It's in like 240p. Well, that is YouTube doing that. Where's my torches? There. When I upload to YouTube, YouTube actually goes back and reformats it for their own uses, and that takes time. So first they do 240, then 480, and then 720 or whatever. So that is why you first viewers get the crappy quality. Just wait an hour or so and it'll be... Oh, that didn't work. Derp. Dirt. There we go. So there's that, and of course then I have to write all the witty comment or channel or video descriptions and any annotations I need to put in on YouTube. That's a separate step. Of course I need to compose the video thumbnail that you see when you know, it shows up in your sub box or as a thumbnail. There's a thumbnail that I have to compose, which you're only able to do as a partner. You can't do that if you're not a partner. You have to choose from one of 3 screenshots of the video, which I kind of like. I still like using in my thumbnails an actual screenshot from that actual video. Just now that I'm a partner, I get to choose a little bit more of a creative one. You know, I can choose like the last one. I used a funny one where Wolfie was killing a pig, and the pig was halfway sideways and dead, and Wolfie was just doo-doo-doo. But I always like using the actual screenshot from the video. I know a lot of people just replace it with like a title screen where you don't really see any video. It's just Minecraft, whatever the title of this Let's Play is, and I'm not a really big fan of that. I like to see, you know, a brief preview, a little... What am I making here? I'm making a boat. A brief preview of the video I'm about to watch. So that's why I do that. But yeah, and then once it's up, let me go to sleep here. Who's got my coffee ready? Burning stuff. No creepers. Okay. But yeah, then once the video's up, I have to go update the website. What was that down there? Oh, it was that block of sand. I don't need you. I am carrying around some miscellaneous cobble. 2 stacks of dirt. What am I doing with 2 stacks of dirt? Yeah, that'll do. Let's go, Wolfie. East, west. Okay. Yeah, I gotta update my website, Farlands or Bust, with the latest video. I've got to, like I said, the annotations and whatever else. I gotta update the home page on my YouTube profile. I update Facebook and Twitter. So I could see how this could be a full-time job, and for the really successful people, it can be. But not for me at the moment. I wish it was. This is actually quite enjoyable. I could do this. I already do this almost as a full-time job. But yeah, that's that in a nutshell is the recording and uploading of a Let's Play series. Okay, let's not go that way. Careful, Wolfie. Geez, I know somebody's going to ask this, but I use for the microphone, quote unquote, that I use to record these. It's actually a gaming headset from Razer. It's the KurtJMac. Careful, Wolfie. Jesus. Wolfie, Jesus. The Razer KurtJMac. It's when I decided to start doing Let's Plays all the way back in March, I had, you know, a really crappy, just a microphone that came with the computer you just plug in, but it's really crappy and I would have had to like hold it up to my mouth. So I decided, I made an effort, in addition to purchasing Fraps, instead of using some free software, I also decided to get a decent, I know there's better headsets and there's actual, you know, microphones I could set up and stuff like that, but a decent microphone headset situation. So I did some research and this one came out pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with the audio quality so far. Not alone through the headset, but just the quality of the microphone. So it's about maybe $50. I know, I just saw it. I was considering buying a second one because it was on Woot for like $25. Well, $30 with shipping, which is a pretty good price, even though I think it was a refurbished model. But yeah, they can be had pretty cheap. I got mine. I think I had like a gift certificate for my birthday to Best Buy. Otherwise, I would never shop at Best Buy. But you know, they're on Newegg, and Newegg always has coupons and things like that, and Amazon. So yeah, that's the microphone I use, for those wondering. Wow, this land is really getting hard to navigate here. Whoa! What? Ah, floating block of gravel, floating block of gravel. You are so magical. Wolfie's walking underneath you. I wonder if it'll fall if I break this shrubbery. Ha ha! That was a load-bearing shrubbery. Or what are these things called? Ferns. Great, googly moogly. How am I going to get around this? Time for an elevator. Wolfie, don't spawn yet. You're going to die if you do. Oh, he did. Careful, Wolfie. Come on. Why won't you place the block? Thank you. Do. Okay. Wow, that was quite amazing. And Wolfie didn't kill himself. All right. That's a success if I've ever seen one. Yeah, well, I think I answered that question pretty thoroughly. Good grief. What else? Time is at noon. Somebody asked me a question. I guess I'm apparently an authority on all things astronomy now. But somebody asked me, they had heard about the International Star Registry, which is that thing, I'm sure you've heard the commercials on the radio or on the internet somewhere, where you can name a star for a loved one and give it as a gift. And you get a nice certificate, and oh, they'll say, oh, this is your star, blah, 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 blah. They asked me if that was like a good thing or an actual gift to give somebody, and I can see how it could seem like it, and I know there's stories and even of celebrities buying, you know, their other celebrity girlfriends or boyfriends a name on a star. Ooh, this is the Tom Cruise star or whatever. But I'm afraid I'm here to say that that is complete and utter nonsense. The International Star Registry, and this actually isn't the only company who does this. There's even other companies out there that do the stars, and even ones that you can buy a plot of land on the moon. Ooh. But the International Star Registry is actually headquartered here in Ingleside, Illinois, my home state. Oh, God. Which I'm ashamed to admit, but that is a very small town, suburb in Illinois. Hardly international by any means. But basically, when you buy a star, or to name a star through them, you're basically just buying a very expensive certificate. They sell whatever packages anywhere between $60 to $500, you know, in a nice fancy framed thing and blah blah blah. But that is all you're buying. Whatever names they give their quote-unquote stars, it goes into no scientific catalog or any other journal. It just goes into their database, and for all we know, they might be recycling stars and giving them to multiple people. But it's pretty much a scam. But they've been under investigation and by the Department of Consumer Affairs here in the United States for engaging in deceptive trade practice, because they basically, oh, you're going to buy a star, and oh, it's going to go on the record books, and here's your star, and it's now named Catherine or whoever you want to name it after. But they get around these laws by having very fine print, and basically they say, you know, in plain sight, okay, you'll buy this thing, but all we're giving you in exchange is a certificate. That's all we're promising. And they also say on their website that no scientific... I gotta feed Wolfie here. There's no scientific organization that follows their naming convention. Wolfie, God bless America, sit. I dropped another pork chop over here. Hello, pig. Oh. So yeah, it is... Whoop. Oh, I want to feed you. Oh, dirt. Eat dirt, Wolfie. Eat it. That was horrible. Alright, there's one more, and then we can get the hell out of here. Alright, now you can stand up and kill that pig for fun. But yeah, it's I wouldn't recommend it at all, especially, I mean, ooh, it's fun, but the more you know about it, the more you can avoid things like that. If you really want to get somebody a gift or something like that, I would put the money away to maybe save for like an actual telescope where you can actually go out and look at the actual stars and galaxies and nebulas with your own eyes, as opposed to getting a fake name on a star that nobody cares about. And do that, or buy an astronomy book or a subscription to Sky and Telescope or something like that, or either that, or just in their name donate some money to a school to get some astronomy books or some sort of educational material, or a local planetarium or something. There's so many other ways, better ways to spend your money than that. But that company still goes on. I'm sure hundreds and hundreds of people still keep them in business, which is unfortunate. And that's one of the areas where it's like, oh well, where's the harm? It's a fun little certificate, blah 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 blah. But hey, that's a lot of money. I mean, you can give me $60 and I'll find with my telescope a star and say, this is your star. But it means absolutely bupkis. So it's something that when you start to learn about, I need wool actually. When you start learning about the stars and how professional astronomers work, you can avoid getting fleeced. Haha, getting fleeced, get it? I'm shearing sheep here. You can avoid getting scammed by things like that, so that's a good reason to get up on your science knowledge there, kids. Thumbs up. I actually just did a thumbs up here, but you obviously can't see that, because Fraps does not record real life. But yeah, that's just to answer that, and I replied personally to that person who asked me, just because I wanted to get them in a timely manner an answer to that, so that they don't go wasting their money on something like that. But yeah, wow, we had a good few minutes here to talk about that. So the sun is about to set. I am starting to fall behind. This is episode 78, and like I said, we're just on 77% of our Far Lands or Bust fundraiser for Child's Play charity. So I gotta start catching up. I might record a second episode right after this. So Wolfie, I need you to sit, please. Wolfie, stop running. You little noodle. He just turned. He's like teasing me. There. Let me make the hidey hole here. This one will be a horizontal hidey hole, just straight into the mountain. I'll save my pickaxe. Build the hidey hole, and like I mentioned, darkness. Remind you once again to head over to farlandsorbust.com to check on the status of our fundraiser for Child's Play charity, and also contribute. What are you doing? What are you doing? What? Wow, that was amazing. I didn't stop after the first block. It took 2 blocks improperly placed for me to realize that I was making a mistake. But yeah, go to farlandsorbust.com to contribute to our Child's Play charity. That would be much appreciated. And I'm looking forward to the live stream. That should happen imminently if we reach our goal. But anyway, I'm apparently loopy. Oh, I already have another boat. I should just put that there so I don't forget it. Let me break the workbench, and I will go to bed. But once again, thank you very much for walking. Ah, good lord, walking. If you were walking, perhaps you have a treadmill set up in your computer room or something like that. But thank you very much for walking along. But also, thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already, and can enjoy further adventures to the Minecraft Farlands. That would be much appreciated. And in the meantime, my name is Kurt. I will see you next time.